there, welcome to Open for Business, CEO Style. This is the podcast where we fling open the doors to the world of business, doing it the CEO way. That means we're here for the women who hustle, the dreamers who build, and the leaders who are ready to rewrite the rule book. I'm your host, Toby Ferrel, and I am the owner and CEO of Toby Ferrel and Associates, and I'm here to be your guide, cheerleader, and your business bestie. So grab your coffee, your laptop, or your favorite pair of power sneakers, because in this corner of the internet, we're getting open for business, CEO style. So, welcome everybody to Goal Setting Resilience Framework. This is framework that I have built personally to use that I use on myself and that I also share with my clients. And now I'm sharing with all of you. So I'm very excited to have you here. So a little bit about me. You can read the screen if you want, but I will read it for those who are listening virtually here. As a dedicated advocate for women entrepreneurs, I empower women to break through barriers, build resilience, and achieve their full potential. With years of experience in business strategy and operations, I provide practical tools and strategies to help you overcome obstacles and build sustainable businesses. Let's connect, collaborate, and redefine success together is one of my mottos. As a self-proclaimed Disney nerd, my love for the magic of Disney often inspires my work and outlook on life. You can tell when you look at my logo, maybe you can tell in here, but it is fireworks in the shape of a Mickey head. I am passionate about helping you develop the resilience and mindset needed to set and achieve ambitious goals. So welcome everybody. And do you want to, how about we have everybody introduce themselves? Marianne, you want to come off mute and introduce yourself to the group?
Well, hello there. I am Marianne Sapressi. Excuse me. I am the owner and founder of What's Up Southwest Florida and Teach Me Social, which is a marketing agency. And I serve the local small business community, anywhere that's considered local and small business throughout the U.S., not just in Southwest Florida.
Right.
And I really enjoy learning and working with small businesses. It's very rewarding.
It is very rewarding. I'm glad you have the same reward as well as I get.
Yes.
So thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Miss Fran, would you like to come off mute and introduce yourself?
I am Fran Marcino. I'm a co-founder with my husband of EHL Fragile X Foundation. We're a nonprofit that brings support for Fragile X syndrome, which is the leading known inherited intellectual disability on the autism spectrum.
Very good. It's such an important mission. So thank you. I know that's personal to you guys, and thank you. And for those of you who may know, these two are some of my besties. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you greatly. So are you tired of stopping? I'm sorry. Are you tired of starting and stopping? Do you find yourself constantly setting goals only to lose momentum to give up? You're not alone. Many of us struggle with the challenge of staying motivated and persistent. In this webinar, we'll dive deep into a powerful framework that will help you overcome self-doubt, build resilience, and achieve your goals. You'll learn practical strategies to clearly visualize your goals and create a roadmap to achieve them. Harness the power of emotion to fuel your motivation and drive action. Develop a resilient mindset and learn to overcome obstacles with grace. Create a practical action plan and stay accountable to your goals. And tap into your inner drive and stay motivated even when the going gets tough. Because you know what they say, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And that's what we want to make sure, that we remain tough and we remain going. So This is the 5 steps that I have outlined in my framework. Defining your success, remember the feeling, expect the challenges, activate your plan, and motivate yourself. Let's move on to step 1, defining your success. We're going to go ahead. Oh, first of all, let me say, do you guys have the download that I put in the emails? If not, I could put it in the chat. This is a workbook that you can use, or you could just take notes now. But we're going to be following that as well. So let's start our journey towards achieving our goals by taking a moment to visualize success. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out, take one more deep breath in, take another deep breath out. Don't stop breathing. Now imagine yourself having already achieved your business goals. What do you see? What do you hear? How does it feel? Engage all of your senses in this visualization. What does success smell like? What sounds do you hear? What feelings are you experiencing right now when you think about you achieving your goal, whether it's a business goal, personal goal, you have a goal in mind? What does success look like in that for you? Let's get specific. We're going to talk about a business goal. And let's use the business goal of having a successful, profitable business. Where are you physically located? What are you doing? Are you in your office, a cozy home office, or perhaps a beautiful vacation spot working remotely? Now, fast forward 3 years. Where's your business? What are you working on? And what kind of impact are you making? Open up your eyes and take a few minutes to jot down what you saw, what you felt, what you smell. If anybody wants to share anything of what they encountered, please jump right in. And then let's finally uncover the why behind your goals. Why do you want to achieve them? You want to dig deep and ask yourself why multiple times. So let me give you an example. And this example is in the story time, in the bonus, in the workbook that I sent you. I had a client who wanted to open up a bakery. And I asked her why you wanted to open up a bakery. And she said, because she liked baking. And I said, but why do you like baking? She says, because I enjoy putting things together and having people enjoy my food. And I said, but why do you enjoy that? She says, well, because my grandma and I used to bake all the time. Okay. So what about that did that excite you about? That brought back, she said that that gave her a lot of great memories and of family time, and the love that they had for each other and the love for the moment went into their baking. And she wanted to replicate that and honor her grandmother. And that's the true why as to why she wanted to start a bakery, is she wanted to honor her grandmother and the traditions that her and her grandmother and the rest of the family had. So you can kind of see the levels of why, to continue to dive in and ask yourself why several times to understand your true meaning of why. In personal reflection, take another moment and reflect on the visualization that we just did. And what insights did you gain? What did you learn about your visions? What did you learn about asking yourself why a few times? Was it something interesting that you visualized in your business or your goals within 3 years? And how did this vision inspire you? Those are some things that you'd want to write down. And again, if anybody wants to share, come on off mute. Take another minute. All right. Now, step 2 is very easy. Remember how it makes you feel, right? Remember this feeling. Now that you visualize your success, it's time to capture the emotions associated with it. This emotional connection will be a powerful motivator throughout your journey. On your worksheet, write down the feelings you experienced during your visualization. Was it excitement, joy, peace, or something else? Remember, the more vivid and detailed your descriptions are, the stronger the emotional connections you will have. This feeling, coming back to this space emotionally, in your mind as well, will be your North Star, your guiding you through the challenges and keeping you motivated to prevent you from quitting your goals. Take a few moments to reflect on these emotions and on how they made you feel. What actions do they inspire? Write down a couple of actions that you may want to take in the next couple days that reflect on this. And again, if anybody wants to share, you're more than welcome to share. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, right? Challenges. This is where we all get stopped, right? It's important to acknowledge that any journey towards success will have its obstacles. The key is to anticipate them and prepare for them. On your worksheet, list potential challenges you might encounter. These could be anything from time constraints to financial hurdles or even self-doubt. And if anybody wants to share some challenges that you currently have with goals, that stop you in your tracks, feel free to come off mute. We'll talk about them. We'll brainstorm some solutions on how you can get over those. Marianne?
Sure, because I think a lot of small business owners, especially in this area, can relate to this. There are some challenges that are basically out of your control.
Yep.
So things like the COVID.
Yes.
And hurricanes.
And hurricanes.
And the craziness of the economy, things like that. So those are the ones, for me personally, that tend to get in the way.
Yes. And so how have you reacted to those in the past?
So what I try to do is think out of the box to come up with solutions so that I still achieve my goals. So the steps to take and the implementation and the plan to meet those goals is what changes.
Right, right.
The goal never changes, but
right.
How to do it changes.
Right. To go from point A to point B, B being the goal, the end point, you may have to go A through Z just to get back to B. Yes. A roadmap. No, that's good. I mean, you're absolutely right, especially living where we live here. Hurricanes is definitely something that dampers us. And of course, anywhere in the world, pandemic, war, and anything that you cannot control. We can't also control the economy. We can't do that. But it's so important to be able to have the knowledge, the foresight that you had to know that you had to pivot. You can't keep doing the same thing and expect the same results. That's not going to happen, right? You have to be able to pivot if you're not getting the results you want, because you're going to keep getting the same results, which are not the results you want, is what I meant to say. Thank you. Thank you for my mind for working. So yes, as a business owner and anybody who has a goal, you have to have the foresight to know that you have to have options. You have to know when to pivot, and you have to pre-plan for pivoting. You may not have the exact plan, the exact roadmap to pivot, because you may never need to pivot, hopefully never. But in the event of a catastrophic event such as a hurricane or any of these other things that really can do very big damage to your business, outside of I don't have enough money, or I don't have enough motivation, or I don't have enough support, those things we can control a little bit better. But I'm talking about the things that, what Marianne said, of things that we cannot control. If you know that you need to pivot, though you will need to pivot, having that plan ahead of time to understand what does pivoting look like for you, right? What could it look like? Could it be offering different services? Could it be offering different products? Could it be, finding a different way to communicate? Because that to your customer, based on your business model, because if you have an idea ahead of time, then you're not racking your brain in the middle of chaos, trying to figure out what can I do? What can I do? You're not, here's my Disney thing. You're not Winnie the Pooh going, think, 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 think. You already have that. You already have the think done. But what you can then implement is implementing the strategy. What is the new strategy? Because you already know what to pivot into. And even, so thank you for sharing. Is there anything else you wanted to add to that?
No, I think that's good.
How was, so how did that turn out for you? Let's say, you pick one of how you were affected and how.
So with COVID, that's how I ramped up or amped up Teach Me Social, was because of COVID.
Okay.
And so usually what I do now is when things, roadblocks get in the way, hurricanes, things like that, I use that time to work on the Teach Me Social
Yep.
aspect
Okay.
of things and come up with, programs and services that better meet the small business needs, especially in those times.
Right, exactly.
Because their funding, for the way I look at it, is if you can't hire somebody to do it for you, then you need to teach yourself how to do it.
Yes. Yes.
And coming up with solutions, in a variety of affordable plans, so that there's something for everybody,
Yeah.
There's like the entry level and the intermediate level, and then the level beyond.
Right. Very good. Nice job. I'm glad you did that.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. All right. So when we're talking about expect the challenges, whether they're planned, whether you can control them or not, you need to make a list. Make a list of what challenges you currently have, what challenges could you have if something should go sour, what challenges could you have if something was to go fantastic. People have challenges when they grow too fast, and they can't handle the load of business. They don't have enough employees. They don't have enough product. They don't, there's all sorts of things. So Marianne, go ahead.
To add one more thing, and this doesn't matter your age or whatever, as you're planning to pivot and as you're thinking what you need to do, you need to take into account health issues, or if something was to happen to you physically.
Yes.
That is going to impact you and your business, especially if you're a solopreneur.
Oh, definitely.
Yes. And I don't think a lot of business owners necessarily do that.
Right.
Even the ones that have like management and stuff like that, I still don't think they have a plan should they not physically be able to do what it is they do.
Right. A contingency plan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's
Fran.
I just wanted to confer, I just wrote down health. So health is a big part with Steve and I. How far are we going to be able to take it? Because both of us are starting to get physically unhealthy. So that and funding was my other one. So.
And funding. Yeah. What are you going to do in a tough economy when you're trying to fund for a nonprofit? Absolutely. Absolutely. So Fran, have you come up with any solutions to your problems? Have you brainstormed anything that you could possibly do?
Well, the funding, I'm actively out there online trying to find other fundings. Fundings, is that a proper word?
Sure.
Okay. Health, I mean, we're trying to stay on top of our health, but eventually it's going to catch up. So no, I haven't probably brainstormed anything.
Right. Okay. Well, go ahead. So, especially with your health, I mean, that is important. And Marianne's point is so accurate. And we all know firsthand what that looks like and what that could look like if it went somewhere different. So when you have your list of challenges, you need to brainstorm possible solutions, and don't limit your brainstorming. Don't limit your solutions. If your solutions is finding money to be able to fix your problem, find out how much money you need to have. Even though you may not have it, now you have another goal, right? You have to learn how to, can you apply for a grant? Can you apply for a small business loan? Don't let your brainstorming ideas stop you from moving forward. You have to keep going. You have to brainstorm this, the entire sky is the limit, right? You need people to help you with that. There's people all over that can help you with that, from free resources to paid resources. There's people that can help you with funding, as an example. So once you've identified your challenges, brainstorm your solutions. This could involve seeking support from mentors, like I just said, breaking down tasks into smaller steps, or maybe just simply taking a break. Maybe you need a self-care break. Sometimes that happens too. You need to take a few days off. But the most important thing is don't take a lot of time off, and definitely get back up and come back to it. Remember, challenges are not roadblocks, but rather opportunities for growth, right? Growth hurts. I'm going to tell you that. Growth is hard work. Growth is tiring. Growth is painful. But growth is so rewarding on the other side of that. So changing your mindset from that these are negative challenges to that these are opportunities to grow, to expand your knowledge, whatever it is a big secret to this framework as well. By anticipating them in advance, by anticipating the challenges in advance and having yourself the solutions. So when you get this challenge, this is what I'm going to do. You're creating an action plan for each challenge. So once it happens, again, you're not think in the middle of chaos in your world. You already have your plan. Take out your little framework worksheet or your workbook, whatever you're writing on, and say, oh yes, when I am now unable to do this, I have to rely on this. This is the plan I'm going to put in place. So Fran might think about some of her brainstorming for, with her and Steve getting older in years and maybe physically unable to do all the heavy lifting, the physical heavy lifting that they actually do in their nonprofit events, is rely heavily on their volunteers and rely more on their board. Delegate those tasks. It doesn't mean that you're giving up your business. It's just delegation is key to getting things done, so we want to be prepared. The whole idea of step 3 is being prepared in advance, right? So we live in Southwest Florida. We live in Hurricane Alley. And at the beginning of hurricane season, we are prepared. We have our hurricane box, right? With our flashlights and our batteries and our water. We're prepared for whatever happens, whenever the hurricane happens. There are some years we never get a hurricane, so the batteries die in the box. It's okay, because you know why? I'm prepared. I'm prepared for when that happens, and this is no different. So let's move on to our next step. Step 4 is activating your plan. So we just kind of basically spoke about that. Now that you've identified your potential challenges and brainstorm solutions, it's time to turn your plan into action. Remember, a well-defined plan is a powerful tool. It provides clarity, direction, and motivation. As you work through your plan, celebrate your successes, no matter how small. This will help you stay motivated and focused on your goals. To further enhance your success in activating your plan, I suggest you find an accountability partner. Share your goals and progress with someone who can support and encourage you. Embrace flexibility. Be prepared to adjust your plan as needed. And you have to, again, view setbacks as positives, as opportunities for growth. Celebrate the path and actions. Reward yourself and honor where you just came from. So maybe you're stopped right now, right? You're troubled, something happened, but take a look back in the rearview mirror. Where did you come from at the starting spot, and where are you now? Celebrate that success from there to here. You have to honor that, because that will cheer you up. It cheers me up to know where I've come from, right? And what I've accomplished in my business goals. And when I start feeling down, like, oh man, nobody bought this product or nobody bought this. But remember, I have to remember where I came from. I didn't have a product before, and now I do, but I have it out. That's a huge success, because I didn't quit on my dream, right? And of course, prioritize self-care. This is important for everybody. And I say this, the airline stewardesses have this correct. When they do their safety pitch on the airplane, when the oxygen mask falls from the ceiling, place it on yourself before placing it on someone else. This is self-care. If you cannot take care of yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of your business. You have to take care of yourself. So take a few minutes and select one obstacle that you came up with a brainstorming solution, and write down 1 or 2 actionable items that you can implement either now or when and if that situation arises. And if you would like to share what that actionable step is, let me know. I would love to know. And just remember that it doesn't have to be, it's not a set in stone. It's a living document, right? This plan it moves, it's fluid, and it's okay to make changes as needed, because you have to make changes as needed. Anybody want to share anything? All right. Moving on to our final step, step 5, is motivation. I love motivation, right? The final step in achieving your goals is to ignite your motivation. This inner fire will fuel your journey, especially when challenges arise. To identify your motivators, revisit the emotions that we captured in step 2, right? Step 1 was our visualization. Step 2 is, how did it make us feel? What feelings did you experience when you visualized success? Harness these emotions. If you have to go back to your visualization again, then go back to your visualization. Literally close your eyes and visualize what success looks like for you to stay motivated. Understand the emotional impact that you had toward your goal. The true why you wanted the goal. Additionally, consider the following. What truly excites you? What activities make you lose track of time? What are your core values? How can you align your goals with your values and use that to fuel your motivation? And what is your why? We talked about that. What is the deeper purpose behind your goals? Once you've identified your motivators, create a personalized motivational plan. I love this too. Here are some strategies to consider. Positive affirmations. Write and repeat positive affirmations daily. There are plenty of websites and plenty of apps that you can get a daily affirmation every day sent to your phone in a text message that help you stay positive, motivated, and working toward your goals. Regularly revisit your visualization from step 2. This is so important, because if you can remember what it felt like to reach that level of success and celebrate and honor what it is that you were doing in that visualization, for me personally, that excites me, that gets my juices flowing, and it gets my butt off the couch, back into my office and doing the work that I need to do. So let that fuel you. Come up with a reward system for achieving milestones, no matter how small. Maybe you'll order a dessert when you go out for dinner. I don't know what that could be, but whatever shiny blingy things that you love that motivate you, make a list of that, what that is. Reward system. Mindfulness practices. This is big. I practice mindfulness every day. You want to incorporate mindfulness techniques like meditation or yoga. I don't do yoga, but I do meditation. But if you need a good yoga instructor or a good yoga strap, I have people for you. I even have people for you if you like yoga podcasters and a journal. I have people for you for yoga. So send me an email if you need yoga people. I don't do yoga. I am very flexible. I am so flexible I cannot touch my toes. That's how flexible I am. But in my personal life, I'll do anything I can for people. But the mindfulness techniques, meditation, yoga, these things are to reduce stress and increase focus, right? So whatever that looks like for you, you need to implement that into your daily strategy. And find an accountability partner. Share your goals and progresses with someone who can support you and encourage you. Most importantly, you need to find an accountability person, a partner that will actually hold you accountable, that will actually follow up with you and say, hey, how are you doing? Where are you with this goal? And someone that you can feel good about receiving messages from your accountability partner that tell you to get your arson gear, right? Because if you don't want to hear that and someone tells that to you, you have to be open to it. And so if you don't like that person telling you, who would you like that person telling? Who is that person? So make sure you pick the right accountability partner. Remember, motivation is a journey, not a destination. Consistently nurturing your motivation, you'll stay on track and achieve your goals. As we wrap up today's webinar, I hope you gained valuable insights and practical tools to help you achieve your goals. To help you stay motivated and accountable, I invite you to join my CEO Support Circle community on Facebook. This is a supportive space where you can connect with other female entrepreneurs, share your progress, and receive encouragement. I also invite you to join our Empowered Women Entrepreneur Mastermind Facebook group. That is a mastermind that one of our guests here today, Marianne Sapresti, and I have created. It's a mastermind group for women in business. And are you ready to take your goal setting to the next level? Who's ready to take their goal setting to the next level? Beep, right? Well, coming soon, I'm going to be releasing an accountability membership, just for accountability. So if you don't know anybody who you can ask to be an accountability partner for, you have me, and I'm going to be working on that, and that'll be launching here very shortly. So at this time, I want to thank everybody for coming. If you would like to have more information about my services, you can book a complimentary discovery call with me to learn how my one-to-one coaching services can help you achieve your dreams. As a special bonus, if you book a discovery call by November 11th and sign up for coaching by November 15th, you'll receive an extra coaching session absolutely free from me. So don't miss this opportunity to invest in yourself and unlock your full potential. And thank you again for joining me today. And I wish you all the best on your journey to success. And before we close, I will open the floor to any questions. If anybody has any questions, comments, personal anecdotes, stories. Marianne?
Toby, because when you got to the plan of action, it takes a little while for me to think because I'm still in vacation mode.
Yes, vacation mode.
So one of the things I'm looking at is the difference and the cost per result and stuff between using Facebook ads and using SEO as a way of growing the business in a different direction.
Good.
So how do you think I should best look at that?
So, okay. So the goal is to grow the business, right? And I won't get into financials and we won't get into what that detail looks like because this is a, a public broadcast, right? So we won't go there. We'll just
leave it at their growth oriented goals.
Yes, it's growth oriented goal, right? So, so you're thinking about either investing in SEO for your website or investing more in Facebook ads. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And you want to know how's the best to go about and making.
Yeah, how do you, and the best look at evaluating that as to which is the best way to go beyond just cost, because there's cost in each one of them.
Right. What's the return on investment for both? Right.
Exactly. Yes.
So
they achieve different things, and they
do
both lead to growth. And I want to do this for the website development aspect of my business.
Okay. So let me ask a couple more questions for clarification. When we talk about SEO, are you talking about your website or offering this because you do websites, or is this offering an SEO package to your clients, or both?
No, this is me personally, my business as the owner, looking at investing in SEO or Facebook ads as a way of growing the web development aspect of my business.
Okay, so I'm going to ask a few more questions so that I have some clarity. So you had mentioned that Facebook ads gets you one result, for lack of a better term, and SEO gets you a different result, but the result which lead back to the main result of growing your business.
Yes, so SEO is basically targeting people who are looking for your service already.
Okay.
Facebook ad does not necessarily do that. It is people who have a predisposition or who may be interested in some point in time for such a thing.
Okay.
So Google tends to be people who are a little more looky-loo oriented.
Okay.
They're shopping around. Facebook people are a little, they shop around too, but they're a little more definitive when they do take action.
Okay. Well, I would definitely, I would do my research, right? I would, if I were you, if this was me figuring out, do I spend money on Facebook ads or SEO on my website, I would interview a couple of SEO experts and get proposals to understand what services they offer, understanding the pricing and understanding what return on investments they can't guarantee it, but what return on investments have their clients received by their services, so that I have an idea, and I would want to have a better knowledge of what really is SEO and what's included in that at all levels. Is there a base level, medium level, higher level? I would also then reach out because I would also reach out to a few social media specialists and get the same thing for Facebook ads, if they're, what their services are, and understanding their return on investment, in terms of what their customers have seen. Then I would evaluate exactly how each of those truly pertains to the goal that I'm looking for. And let's just assume the goal that I'm looking for is more paying clients for my medium and upper level products. Is that fair? Is that a fair assumption?
Yes.
Okay. I would look to see which audience, because you clearly described those are two very different audiences. And so I would understand the demographics behind both SEO customers, people that are coming to you from SEO and people that are coming to you from Facebook ads, and understand their buying habits. So even though the close rate might be higher on a Facebook, like I understood you to say, but is that close rate now more on your freebies and your low ticket offers? I would want to know that information as well. I would evaluate that information as well. So there's a lot of research that if this was me, I would be doing to figure out what would be the best scenario based on the budget. I would also have to have a budget set. What is my budget? Obviously, well, I don't want to say obviously, but in my experience, I am not a social media or website expert like you are. But in my own personal knowledge, from working with these two things for the past many years, I know that SEO can be very expensive, but worth it. And I also know that you can spend thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars on Facebook and other social media ads as well, and be successful or not successful. I mean, nothing's guaranteed here, right? Because if you don't have the right content in the right ad, it's not going to work no matter how much you spend. Right. So I hope I'm sharing information that helps you. If is there something else that I could that you were thinking of, or
no, that answers it completely. Okay.
Yeah, I can go off and say I think SEO is important, but at what cost, and really understanding, for this level that we're talking about here on the webinar, not understanding truly, right, having all the depth of knowledge of what the goal really is. We just know that it's general business growth. I would say that level of research. And the reason why I say reach out to a couple of other people to get a couple of proposals. I like to see 2 to 3 proposals, just because it helps me understand the nature of the business of what they're offering. And if one offers A and one offers B and one offers A and B, I kind of need to understand what's all available to me. Right. And then understanding, and listen, I'm not going to go deep into what my research looks like, but I think we all understand what the research would look like. But yeah. So I hope that, thank you for asking. I hope that helped.
It does.
Okay. Very good. You're welcome. Any other comments, questions, feedback, concerns? Okay. Well, I just want to say thank you very much for attending my webinar today. And I look forward to hearing any feedback, or if you would like to have any further information, you can drop a comment in the comments and I will be more than happy to follow up with that. And again, I just want to say thank you so much, and I wish everybody a great day. And that's a wrap for another episode of Open for Business CEO Style. We hope you've been inspired, motivated, and ready to conquer the business world. Remember, every challenge is an opportunity, and every dream is a business waiting to happen. If you love this episode, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode packed with business brilliance. And while you're at it, give us a like, a share, and leave a comment. Your support means the world to me. Join my community of CEOs on Facebook, and let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, keep hustling, keep shining, and remember, you got this, girlfriend.